Ethan Carrington was a man whose name echoed through boardrooms and financial markets. A billionaire tycoon, owner of sprawling estates and multinational corporations, he seemed to have everything a man could ever desire. Private jets, luxury cars, art collections worth millions, yet behind the towering glass walls of his mansion, there lay a heart weathered by disappointment and bitterness. His daughter, Lily Carrington, was born with a condition that left her unable to walk since birth. Paralyzed from the waist down, Lily spent her days in a wheelchair, her soft blue eyes filled with a hope her father could never understand. Ethan had never forgiven the universe for giving him a daughter less than perfect. His wife, Amelia, had died during childbirth. Ethan blamed Lily for that too. As the years passed, Ethan's resentment deepened. He kept Lily hidden from the public eye, embarrassed by her disability. He hired nannies and caretakers but rarely spent time with her. Yet despite his coldness, Lily grew into a compassionate, gentle soul. Her best friend in the entire world was a majestic black stallion named Orion. Gifted to her by her mother's best friend when she was 5, Orion had an uncanny bond with Lily. The horse seemed to sense her every emotion, her pain, her joy, standing beside her like a silent guardian. One crisp autumn morning, Ethan called his assistant and said something that stunned even the most hardened man. "I want it taken care of today," he ordered flatly. The assistant paled. "Sir, are you sure?" Ethan's jaw clenched. "I can't live with the shame anymore. I need her gone." By noon, Ethan drove Lily to their secluded countryside estate perched atop majestic cliffs overlooking the ocean. He told her it was a surprise, a picnic, perhaps. Lily smiled brightly, unaware of her father's sinister plan. Orion trotted beside the car, refusing to let Lily out of his sight. As they reached the cliff, the wind howled against the rugged rocks. The ocean waves crashed violently below. Ethan's heart pounded, but his face remained stone cold. He wheeled Lily closer to the edge. "Daddy, it's so beautiful here," she said softly, her voice filled with wonder. He didn't reply. His mind was made up. With one swift push, he sent the wheelchair, and his daughter, hurtling over the edge. The world seemed to slow. The wind screamed. Orion, standing just yards away, neighed ferociously. Without hesitation, the stallion bolted. With strength and speed unimaginable, he galloped to the edge and leaped, diving off the cliff into the abyss after her. Ethan stood frozen, the weight of his actions finally dawning on him. He had just murdered his own daughter. But what happened next stunned the world. Orion hit the icy water below, his powerful legs paddling desperately as he reached Lily. Using his teeth, he grabbed her jacket and pulled her toward a small cavern tucked along the base of the cliffs, a place where the current was calmer. There, Orion kept her afloat, nuzzling her face to keep her conscious, his body shielding her from the crashing waves. Hours passed. The news broke: billionaire's daughter missing, feared dead. Rescue teams scrambled. But it wasn't the authorities who found her first. A local fisherman named Caleb, who happened to sail near the cliffs that evening, noticed something strange. A horse, exhausted, drenched, yet unwavering, was whinnying loudly from the mouth of the cavern. And beside him floated an unconscious young girl. Caleb immediately pulled Lily and Orion aboard his boat and rushed them to shore. When the news spread of what had happened, of how a horse had leapt off a cliff to save his disabled owner, of the mysterious disappearance that was now clearly attempted murder, the media exploded. Social media dubbed Orion the miracle horse. Hashtags trended. News outlets broadcasted it globally. Lily survived. Ethan, meanwhile, was arrested within 24 hours. The investigation revealed years of neglect and abuse. In court, as Lily, still in her wheelchair but alive and radiant, testified against her father, the world wept with her. Ethan was sentenced to life imprisonment for attempted murder. But the real story wasn't Ethan's fall. It was Lily's rise. Within months, people from around the world wrote letters to Lily. Parents of disabled children called her an inspiration. Animal lovers hailed Orion as a hero. A non-profit organization called Orion's Hope was founded by Lily herself, dedicated to providing therapy animals to disabled children and advocating for disability rights. Lily appeared on talk shows and spoke about her journey, her voice full of grace and forgiveness. She never once spoke ill of her father. Only that she hoped others could learn to see the beauty in those society often dismissed. Years later, at an international awards ceremony honoring human and animal heroes, Lily rolled onto the stage, Orion standing proudly beside her. The crowd gave a standing ovation. Tears flowed freely. With a gentle smile, Lily spoke into the microphone. I was thrown away by someone who should have loved me most. But it was my best friend, an animal the world calls lesser, who showed me the true meaning of loyalty and unconditional love. Never underestimate the hearts of those society overlooks. Sometimes, our greatest angels come in the form of 4 hooves and a brave soul. The audience erupted in applause. And as the cameras panned to Orion, standing tall and noble under the spotlight, the world knew it had witnessed not just a miracle, but a reminder of hope, resilience, and love beyond words.